I feel like this is like a cute video, isn't it?
Once upon a time, there was a girl called Nubuke. No, that's not it. Nubuke. That's still not it. Nubuke.
Let's do this. Let's just have like a cute story time, you and me and you video. Oh yeah. Sorry, something isn't right. In the video blog thing, it said I'm homeless, but I was homeless. I've attempted to film this video like twice. So my current housing situation. So if you guys are out there, yeah, pray for me that I found housing. Morning. Like the quality has been so bad that, you know, I just decided, shall we eradicate that whole idea, that whole concept, and let's actually come out to the sun and let's do this, and it'll be a sun time, fun time, story time. Another reason that this video was like long overdue is also because it's about like a sensitive topic, right? And I really care about the people that I'm gonna mention in this video, so I had to make sure that as I was sifting through the story, it just tells my side of the story without hurting anybody too much. So without further ado, let's just jump into the video. I really like this. I feel like this should be my thing. Let's just jump into the video. Last year I was very, very busy. So I had like a lot of school plays. I'm dreaming of a while. Hallelujah. And I was supposed to end up living in an accommodation with 3 other girls, which was about to be great because I lived with these girls already in my accommodation, so it was even going to be better if next year I moved in with 3 of them. And last year I had a lot of plays and they took up all my time. I literally had nothing to do. Like, I was just so tired by the time I came back from my plays that, you know, and then I had class as well and they didn't contribute to my grades and all of that jazz. So I was just like, okay, you know what, let's just get real and let me just actually focus on sleeping. So these 3 beautiful girls who I love ended up getting closer, which was fine, right? Because it wasn't like too much of a problem because I was busy, and so they used to like do things like watch movies together, like have those little mini talk dates, and it was fine because I had the plays. And then by the time second semester started, I'd burnt out. I had done 2 plays, so, you know, I was like, you know what, I'm not going to audition for any more. I'm a bit tired. I'll take a rest, focus on me, and then I'll kind of pick up in the next semester. So I had more time now, but you see, they had gotten closer before. So they'd watch movies with each other. They were watching like this particular series, and I was like, okay, you know what, guys, when you're watching your series, you call me because like I ain't got nothing to do, so like call me. So the first series they were watching, I didn't want to watch it, so I was like, okay, call me when you're watching the next one. Then they started the next series and they didn't call me. And I'll say, you guys call me when you're watching the series. They won't call me. And so for me, that was when I started to see that like things are going downhill. Like something is going on. And then one day I think we were supposed to go to a club or something funny like that. And then one of my housemates, who isn't in like that girl group that I was going to live with, she found out that they had like a group chat, and so she added herself to the group chat, and I forgot what happened, but like I ended up also adding myself to the group chat, so it was gonna be like the 5 of us, and me and the girls already had a group chat because, like, I mean, we were moving in together, so we had, you know, a group chat. So when I found out that they had another group chat, I was like, hold on, I just realized that all I do with my life is chat and I don't make sense. There was a group chat that we had as housemates, right? And then 3 of the girls from my house made another group chat that I was not in. And then somebody else who was not within the circle of people that moved into the same house as I was next year found out about the group chat. Okay. And then I remember asking one of the girls, and she was like, oh, it's like for the movies and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, okay, then that's fine. Because, like, I'm part of the movie squad now, assuming. But so, like, it's not a problem. Just add me to the group chat and everything will be fine. So they added me to the group chat, but, like, we didn't really talk on that group chat, which was fine with me. Because I figured if they're not talking on the group chat, then, like, nobody's talking on the group chat. So then, one time, me and two of the girls, we went for like the sports fitness thing, and then the last girl didn't go with us, and my house is like on this hill thing. Let me see, can I show you the hill? Yeah, I can. Okay, so you can see like parts of the hill. So my house is like on this hill slope thing. So it was the idea that, oh, that other girl should like look outside her window because we're coming down the hill, so she can just see us descending down the steps, which is fine. So I was like, oh, one of the other girls' messages say, oh, look outside your window, and make sure that, and look outside your window, you see us coming down the steps. And then she sent the message, and by the time we reached home, I don't think the girl had gotten the message. So we went to the kitchen, and the other girl was in the kitchen. So I was like, oh, did you send her the message that she should look outside, look at us like descending from the hill? She should look outside at us like descending from the hill. And she was like, oh yeah, she sent the message. So she opened her Snapchat, and she like, I don't know. She opened her Snapchat, and it was a matter of like, she scrolled down to the last time she sent this girl a message. Ay, Charlie, some bees trying to kill me. Sorry guys, that was abusive. The bee, not me. So she opened her Snapchat the last time she sent the girl a message, and then after that, but like that wasn't recently, because like there were messages above it. So Snapchat like really outs people, right? Because if you want to say that you send somebody a message, Snapchat arranges the messages in chronological order, where I can see the last person you sent a message, and it wasn't her. So she scrolled down to the last time she had sent this girl a message, and then right on top, Snapchat sent a notification saying, oh, this girl that she was supposed to send a message, was typing in a group chat.
Hi, young man, we'll meet again.
And the group chat was called Friends in capital letters. And then I was like, okay, I think I got it.
Ah! You slapped me, you monkey!
Marry me.
I think I got I got the hit. I think like, it's like it's a friendship thing. It's more of a you were a part of our squad kind of thing. And I was like, okay. So I was really thinking about it, because like it's like nobody wants to be left out of things, right? And then if you make several attempts to be included in things and you're still left out, then it's just like, okay, like I get the hints. Oh, I'm watching this again and it's just so sad. Oh, Nubuke, just want to reach out and give you a kiss. And it was also about like, this is my first year in uni, I need to take my mental health seriously. So I started really thinking about it, and I didn't like the space I was in terms of like my mindset, where it was a matter of, I didn't want to always constantly think, why doesn't this person like me? Because that's a very dangerous mindset to kind of get into, in the sense that it's like, oh, these people don't like me, there's something wrong with me. And I didn't want that. I didn't want that to be like my thought parts, and I didn't want to constantly be thinking, oh, these people don't like me, especially since it's my first year in uni, like kind of my first year in uni. And so so it was very important to me. So I was thinking about it. Then I went for like Numa. So I went there, and it was a very serious matter, and I just felt like maybe I was like the one that was exaggerating as well. So I went and I was like, you guys, I'm not trying to gossip, but here's the scenario in my life, and I really need you guys to help me make a decision as to whether this is, something that I should pursue. Because I didn't know if I should live with them anymore, because I just didn't feel like this was something that was going to stop, in terms of like me thinking about all of these things. So I went, I told the girls in Numa, and I was like, the Glow girls, and I was like, okay, you guys, this and this is the situation. And they were like, you know what, I think you should run. And they gave me an example that I just feel like put things into perspective. And one of the girls was like, okay, so let's say it's one of these things where when you get home, you get home, the lights are off and everything, and then you put in like the house group chat, oh, where are you guys? And then they say something like, oh, we went to the pub, and I'll be like, oh, so you went without me, you know what I mean? And then it's one of those things. I was like, okay, that's a perfectly good example, and I think I need to stop this right now and nip it in the bud before it affects my brain. It affects our friendship, and it just becomes a whole mess. So I called the girls, I sat them down, and I was like, you know what, you guys, I love you, but I can't live with you next year. And then I broke down everything. I told them, I think I told them. I feel like this video explains everything a bit better. So I feel like, girls, if you see this, like, I hope you definitely like understand where I'm coming from. And so I sat them down, and then I did tell them, and there was like silence for a second, and I was like, and then somebody answered, and she was like, not gonna lie, I'm pissed. And I was like, looking back at it in hindsight, I can see how you'd be upset, but then I also still think, and I feel like I handled this situation the best that I could. I feel like I really made a smart decision. I feel like it set the tone for the rest of my uni life in terms of, because that was something I was also worried about. I was like, I don't want to set my, like, the tone of my uni life like this. So I did, and I ended up telling them, and it kind of fractured our relationship for a while.
Oh my shoulders, oh my shoulders, oh my arms. Oh, like you, I can't even register.
For a while, in the sense that one of the girls who I think I'm closest to, quote unquote closest to, she was like, she understands. Two of the other girls, it fractured our relationship for a bit.
Oh my God, even though from, oh my God.
And then I actually went up to them. It's kind of, I don't want to say I apologize, right? Because what I did wasn't wrong. And this is a point that I hope it doesn't bring any bad feelings in terms of, because our relationship is fine right now, we're chill, and I guess you'll see that if you watch like my Instagram or my Snapchat videos, you'll see that we're actually chill and we're actually friends right now. But I wasn't sorry for what I did, because I think it was the smartest thing, and I'd do it all over again, because I just felt like it was something that I had to do. But, and this is where next week you guys should come back. I actually have one of the girls on my YouTube video, and she's going to be telling you how I should have handled the situation differently and everything. But the situation on its own was a very tricky one to kind of navigate. So anyway, I went up to the girls individually, and I said, I'm sorry for what I did hurt you, right? Because that is what I'm sorry about. I'm sorry that it had to fracture our relationship. I'm sorry that, it caused some dents in our relationship, and, it was a real test of time. So that in its own is what I'm sorry about. I'm not sorry that I did it. I would do it again in the skip of a heartbeat, because I felt like that was what was good for me as a person. So I did, and then I went to them. So I went to them individually, and then by the time I was in like the other girl's room, the other girl who I wasn't talking to as well as the time, came in, and she was like, why didn't you tell me? Ah, there's a spider! Get off my camera. She was like, why didn't you tell me? And I literally said that I did tell you. Each time I said, oh, come invite me to watch this series, or include me in this and include me in that, that was literally my cry out for help, saying you guys include me in the stuff that you were doing. And you not doing that doesn't make me feel comfortable to even do, sit you guys down and say you guys are leaving me out of stuff. So it was, so that is the story of how I became homeless. Essentially, in my school, you're supposed to find accommodation for next academic year. You don't stay in uni accommodation again. So the whole prospect was to be able to find accommodation for, I'm sorry, I'm looking at a spider. The whole idea is to find accommodation for next year. And so that's where we picked up from in terms of looking for accommodation. So what am I doing for accommodation next year? I actually ended up finding this beautiful house with this beautiful woman and some two other guys. I think everything works together, and I think everything works out, and I genuinely think that this would be better for me. I have talked to the girls about it again. What I said, we are chill, we're friends, we laugh, we talk, we don't cry yet, not just yet. Maybe if we watch a movie together, we'll cry. That's kind of where I'm at in life right now. So it's a really trying process, but at the end of the day, I made it through. So I'm going to give a pat on the back to Nubuke, and I'm going to see you guys later. Bye!